As a videographer, have you ever wondered or gotten freaked out at the prospect of taking a couple of weeks off to go on holiday and worrying about what will happen to your business during that? Well, one of my clients recently just decided to take a month off from his business and go and do some shooting in Europe. And we had a big discussion about how you can prepare yourself for that and what that would look like for your business. So I'm going to give you a bit of an insight today and show you a clip from our VBA Elite Mastermind and how we actually work as a group to support one of our members who's about to make a big decision in his business and take some time out, and how he's going to prepare for that. Check it out. We're just talking about, taking time out of the business and leaving the business, and that the anxiety that can be around that happening, and how you manage that. Given that you're not going to be here for a couple of weeks, is there anything you want us to support you on or help you just kind of work through, given that, you're going to be sort of in a different time zone? How are you handling like the prospect of going away? And, we all do it and we leave our business alone for a couple of weeks. We sort of shit ourselves a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's pretty scary, that's for sure. Jay's going to be on deck doing like the bookings, etc. And then I've got a friend on the coast here who shoots photo and video, so he's going to be taking on as much of my work as possible. And then there's another photographer who will do the photo only jobs.
Yeah. What's really interesting about this, and we're actually talking about this on the call last night with the guys over in Ireland, is that we get so used to running our businesses ourselves that we actually think that nobody else can do it. Like, we get into our heads that no one can service the clients the way we do, etc. And then you flip that on the other side with the worry of, if I get somebody else to do this, they might like them better. They might do a side deal and cut me out a deal. There's all of these like things going on in your head, right? Whether you admit to it or not, that's what's really going on. But what you might find, Ryan, is that a business that's transitioning into a proper business away from being reliant on the business owner, which is the goal of this whole thing, right? Is to sort of step back and not be the person that the calls come to and the person that does the work. And it's like unpeeling an onion, right? It's a layer by layer thing. This is a kind of forced opportunity, which I think has been put in your way, that, I want you to go and enjoy yourself. Like, go and have the best time. Like, you're getting to go to Europe on somebody else's ticket, do a little bit of work and have a bit of downtime. I would say that it's probably, if you listen to books, get some cool books to listen to, and just use the time to absorb some different perspectives, but also just breathe the air, eat the food, drink the wine, like, enjoy the experience, because it'll all be here when you come back. And Jay's very capable, and you can say to her, if she's got any challenges at all, she can always ring me, and just like, if a decision needs to be made that you're worried about, you're not awake, or some kind of emergency, just call me or any one of us here. But it's actually a great opportunity to battle test how robust your business actually is. And I think you'll probably be surprised, in the shortish time we've been working together, you've gone from working at home solo from your kitchen table to moving into your second office, having almost a full-time editor, and in a position to, if you compare this to what it would have been like a year ago, if you'd taken this month off, it would have been just shutdown time, or you might not have gone.
Oh yeah, definitely. If I'd taken a month off last year, I would have just had to stop everything and then try and rebuild that momentum when I got back. But luckily, I've got good people around me who I can rely on to do the edits, do the shooting, do the bits and pieces. So I think you're right. It'll be a bit of an eye opener when I get back. I think I'll either get back and go, oh, that worked out pretty well, or book my next holiday, or time to put my head down, ass up.
I mean, Caleb, you've done this a couple of times, right? You've done it. You pretty much had a month off last year for military work. You've had a good 2 or 3 week breaks with each baby that was born. Plus, you like to enjoy your other commitments to the church and to hunting and all these other. What advice could you share with Ryan, who's kind of probably doing this for the first time, like leaving the baby at home and going away for 3 weeks, aren't you, Ryan? You're away for 3 weeks?
A month.
A month. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's worked varying degrees of well over the multiple times I've done it. But the one thing that meant that it was possible for me in the first place was knowing that the production workflow was all systemized. So there was nothing that was left in my head that people didn't know how to do. The only challenge that I find with going away now is the sales side of things, because I'm not as actively out there, and I suppose looking for those sales that can take a dip, but even so, I just make sure, like, it sounds like you've got everything in place that I would be having in place. You need people that are going to do the work and someone who's going to take the bookings. So long as all of that is really systemized and there's a good way of doing it, good process, then I found that's been the winning ticket for me.
Whenever I take time off, stuff always happens because I'm pretty consistent in doing stuff all the time. And when you take a week off, there isn't actually a lag in the week that you take off or the month that you take off. It's the month after and the month after that if you don't maintain some sort of consistent outbound communication, then that's when things slow down. So what my advice, Ryan, and I mean, Tom's got a team, obviously, Thomas, obviously, so it's a bit different, but some ways yes, some ways no, is like just allocate some time during your trip to just do a few bits. Like if you can knock out three posts a week on LinkedIn, like do that. Just the real danger is that you stop doing any kind of marketing. And what we have to do is suspend any skepticism that it won't work for you and actually deploy the effort into just fucking doing it anyway. Because that's like when I said the other day on the weekly goals, it's like I came out of the gym at 7 o'clock on Monday morning, having lifted a 90 kilogram, sumo squat. And last week I did 130 kilogram deadlift. And I'm like, fucking like, I only got there because I'm consistent. Like there's no other fucking reason for it is that I go 5 times a week. 2 stretching, 3 weights every single week since the beginning of January. I'm averaging 15 to 20 sessions a month, not really changing my diet too much. I'm just being consistent. And this is the beauty of it, right? You don't have to be amazing at this marketing thing. You just have to be consistent. And where I'm in a very fortunate position, right? I get to see everyone's numbers and everyone's position, everyone's journey. And those people that I see growing consistently are doing things consistently. And it's actually all there is to it. And it's just that we as creatives complicate the fuck out of shit by going, oh, but I don't think this and I don't think that and I don't think they'll like this. And we let our egos get in the way of what is factually correct, which is if you post stuff 3 times a week consistently for a long enough time and you reach out to 10 or 20 people a day for a long enough time, it will turn into gold. It's just hard work and it's boring. And you know what? You just got to suck it up because like that's where the opportunities come from. You are actually going overseas to shoot an event. So like you're out of office, should probably say, hey guys, I'm actually out shooting a project in Italy for the next 4 weeks. In my absence, I'll be checking emails periodically. In my absence, please go straight to Jay. She will be able to help you. There's 2 things that happen there, right? One is massive positioning. It's like he's going to Italy. You could even say I'm actually shooting in Lake Como. Like, because that's like, everyone knows that's where George Clooney lives, right? So their first thought is going to be, well, I said, are you going to see George Clooney? Right? So there's an association with the fact that you're going to Lake Como and you're not telling them exactly what you're shooting. I'm shooting a project in Lake Como and I'm out for the next month. massive curiosity. All of your clients are going to be like, what the fuck are you doing in Lake Como? And then you don't, you're just not available. But you're then training your market that Jay is the person to connect with. And then you'll come back and they won't want to talk to you because they'll be used to talking to Jay and she's awesome. And so you're actually going to create an environment where your clients are going to disconnect from your teat, right? And like be on solids without you. And that is awesome. But add to that, shooting a project in Lake Como has massive sex appeal. It's like, what are you doing in Lake Como? It's like, oh, look, I can't say too much about it at the moment, but I'll fill you when I get back. Like, just create the curiosity, keep them guessing, and be like, look, I've got a project I'm shooting in Lake Como, and Milan. My email will be periodic. In the meantime, urgent inquiries, please, such and such. I'll get your inquiry when I get back. It just puts a really strong message that what are Mo's Media doing filming in Italy, and you're obviously going to take your drone and stuff and shoot some nice shots and be like, shoot some architecture, shoot some properties, and they're going to be like, fuck you, there's going to be a lot of questions, and curiosity will be spiked, and you can use that curiosity to huge effect by not actually telling people what you're doing. And you just position yourself as an international business.
Yeah, that sounds good. That's what I was going to put on my email signature or my email out of office.
Yeah,
when I leave. So
very cool.
Should be good, but yeah, scary though.
Yeah. But you know what? You're only ever a phone call away, and you can still do your marketing. You can still post stuff and schedule it. You can still do outreach. You can still do all of those things. And in many ways, when you are not actually working out there, you're going to be like, you'll be happy to spend an hour working on your business, sitting in an Italian cafe,
Yeah.
Because the environment is so different. Like the perspective you have, the kind of the big picture thinking you have when you're actually doing that and your business is still operating is phenomenal.
Yeah, I'll be still posting regularly, and I think Jay will be doing posts as well. And I'm going to be doing uploads into Dropbox, like of everything that I shoot in that day kind of thing, which then can be turned into reels and stuff back here to be then posted. Hey, this is what we did in, this is what we saw in Italy today. This is, whatever it may be.
So
just kind
powerful.
of
and like that in itself is you doing front end marketing. So if you found these interesting and useful, there's a couple of things you can do next. One is you can join our free community, the Scale Your Video Business community, or go and watch our free training. Both are linked below, and let's work together to build your video business.